Okay, on your marks, get set.
This is Michelle. Michelle has a superpower, and I don't think she knows it. Michelle is a neighbourhood play champion. She wants her children to have a childhood like she did, a neighbourhood like she did, a local network of friends to play with every day, to have fun, be active, be social, to lean on, to have adventures, to be creative, laugh a lot, to be alive, and to grow healthy and be happy. And now she is taking action and making it happen. Michelle and her family joined the Logan Neighbourhood Play Network program, and over 6 short months transformed their street into a super-powered fun factory. A play factory that is now on auto drive because the children have formed bonds and friendships that want to hang out and play all the time. And the grown-ups have gotten to know each other as well and trust each other, and they have a unified common vision for their street, for their children. Local play every day. Starting this journey, Michelle could never imagine what gifts would unfold for everyone in this neighbourhood. As I said, she has superpowers. But don't just take it from me. Let's hear from the parents of this incredible Neighbourhood Play Network.
My name is Emma Shamoon.
Hello, Mum.
My name's Michelle.
Hi, I'm Riza Lillian.
My children are Mason, who is 7, and Addison, who's nearly 4.
Aria, she's 18, and JJ, he's 3.
Yeah, Alice, and I've got my boy Thomas. The names is Kaylee, Sarah, Terrence, Yasmin, and Giuseppe. Age 12, 11, 10, and 8. And the little one, Giuseppe, he's 20 months.
I grew up in Emu Park. Yeah, that's on the central coast of Rockhampton.
I grew up right here.
In the street?
Yes, I grew up in Adelaide. I was basically raised there, but I wasn't born there. I was born in my country, Philippines.
The Philippines?
Yeah, so yeah. I came here in Australia when I was about 8 years old.
I'm from Penrith in Sydney. We moved here just over a year ago.
Friendly, fun.
Very quiet. As a kid, I never had anything like this before, so I never get to experience that as a kid. But now, like seeing this on my street, like I want my kids to remember this as they grow older.
It was friendly,
Boring.
welcoming, and
It was a lot of nature, a lot of freedom, and quite mischievous.
Involved.
all the residents there were long term, so everyone knew one another.
Borrowing the next door neighbour's car. A little bit naughty, but we weren't in too much trouble actually.
Now, after all of the playing, it is
Fun, lively.
it's lovely.
Noisy, fun,
Happiness,
exciting.
Safe.
calmness, because I know that my children are happy and they're safe and they're included.
Quite isolating.
Not so involved.
No connection.
Definitely wasn't very noisy.
Quiet.
Nowhere near as playful.
Still friendly. The neighbours were always friendly.
Having 3 children after just uprooting their lives, moving into state, them not knowing anyone, not having any friends, it was to get them involved.
They get to know the kids around here as well, and it's good that they get to experience like where I lived when I like how I grew up as well. But they've got it a little bit better, you know, because they have friends around.
To get my children back outdoors again. They love outdoors, but living, I guess, coming from a smaller community to moving to Brisbane, I had no idea. Safety issues, those kind of things worried me.
I'm a huge advocate for play. I remember how much fun I had with the freedoms I had and the the exciting experimenting and exploring that we did as children. So I wanted that for my children, and I knew they were lacking it.
No, not really.
No, if not, it's given me more passion and more drive to support other families to do the same.
It was originally for the children. It still is about the children, but now it's also being able to drive past your neighbour and wave or smile, or, you know, just even having a chat. I know it's now changed a lot of the adults in our street of we will actually, hey, how you going? How was your day? So now is it not only about the children, but it's also about the adults of this street, you know, knowing that there is someone over the road or who lives next door to you that you could rely on if you needed, or that you now know your children. So if something was out of the ordinary, you could count on them to let you know.
Great. It's getting better and better every time we come out. More children involved, more neighbours, people coming from streets over.
Honestly, I thought that it's just it'll blow over, and in a couple of weeks they'll just go and do their own thing. But I didn't expect it to be so big. Yeah, which is a good thing.
Incredibly well. My kids come home every day, so happy, so engaged, so comfortable, which is really, really very nice. It's really changed their lives and our lives as their parents.
It's amazing. The kids all know each other by name. You know, we've got already planned events up ahead coming. It's exciting. It's fun.
Our children spend very, very minimal time on any screen now. They would much prefer to be out here with their friends, playing, and it's all types of play. Sometimes they might just be sitting and chatting about their days and, you know, relaxing and speaking their minds to one another, and then other times it's full on road races of there's scooters and there's bikes and there's, you know, all sorts of things out here. That would be the largest thing for us that we are so incredibly happy about. Their problem solving skills have been tested but improved, as in not everyone has to be friends all the time or has to agree or have the same opinion all the time, and they have found that from more playing and from involving themselves with children other than their own siblings. And so they've had to work through, you know, minor little issues to us, but to them it was a big thing. And then so having to recognize they may not have been right and having to apologize and working through those things which are life skills which are required to make it through life, which sometimes you simply can't learn that in your own household. It's something that you need to experience on a bigger level.
They have something to do. They've made friends. You know, she's even been asking to go to certain high schools just so she can hang out with her friends here more.
Their ability to regulate their own emotions, I think because they have been out here getting active, they haven't been cooped up. I think inside they became overwhelmed quickly and they would explode faster and about silly things, whereas now they just seem carefree and they're just happier.
They're more happy, they're more, you know, I knew they always like to go out there and be out, play out fun and whatever in the street, but now they're more happy that they can actually enjoy themselves and more relaxed and, you know, be with their new friends and play with them.
One of the mums over here, she said her children are sitting better at school, they're sitting in class better, their grades have improved. My children's concentration has improved. I work with children and I see how much technology and screens have affected children's ability to form relationships and connections with each other. So this is good old-fashioned sunlight and air and connections, running and jumping and skipping. You know, that's so good for their social and emotional development, their physical development, gross motor skills, fine motor skills, everything all rolled into one in a fun little ball. And they do it all the time. Yeah, they want to do it no matter what.
Getting to know my neighbours is really wonderful.
Getting outside, talking to other people, and just watching the kids grow.
I will admit that When we first moved here, when someone would ask me, where do you live? And I would say, oh, just on the other side of Underwood, or I'd sort of stretch the answer to simply not say Woodridge, and that was because of how I was made to feel from other adults. And now, because of our street, because of our kids, when someone says to me, where do you live? I live in Woodridge. And of course they will always have their response. And it's so easy now to turn around and say to them, we live on the most incredible street.
It's brought an awareness to building a community and having a safe space, and the importance of play. A lot of the families in the street that I've spoken to have just said, they just thought play could just be in the backyard with their siblings, but now they've realised that there's all these kids in the street and they all just want to play all the time, and the opportunities are endless.
I see a difference in my son. He's a lot more social. It's a lot more vocal, because he a few years ago he was very, very quiet and he didn't speak much. He even goes to therapy now, then and until now, and he's just a lot more vocal and communicates a lot now. So, and I think that it's got to do with socializing with everyone here. This is one place where he feels like comfortable to do it.
He's more interactive with other children, people in general. He was a mummy's boy, and yeah, he loves getting outside, playing with other children now, and sharing aspect of it.
I don't have to worry about them along the street, because everyone all knows each other. They're all willing to look out for each other, so that's always a good thing.
They decided as a group they wanted to clean up our street, and so they went for a walk. They all came upstairs and got their own plastic bag each, and they walked along the street and they picked up rubbish. And I think that is another huge indication of their sense really belonging to this street, wanting to care for the street, wanting to... They're proud. They're proud to be here. They want to look after it. They belong here. This is theirs.
A lot of children that we wouldn't see outside, getting outside, being involved, more physical activity outside instead of kids on games and inside. And I've noticed a lot of children have grown. People have come out of their shell, from when we first started. Some of the kids were very quiet, standoffish, and now they all just get involved with one another and have opened right up.
As adults, it's about creating a safe space. For the kids, it's fresh air, it's endless opportunities of play, friendships, negotiating, sports, activities. It's fun.
Knowing who's around you, knowing that they're in a safe environment, and just meeting new people of all ages. I mean, my 18-year-old daughter still plays with the younger kids. She loves it, She's a kid at heart, but yeah, she loves it.
It's removed a lot of anxiety around, I know it's a heavy word, but around my children's mental health. I know they're only small, but even they too have thoughts and feelings, and I can see now they can process them, and they use their time out here with their friends for more things than just play.
It has. I think because how I grew up and where I live now, it's so quiet, and you don't have kids playing on the streets. You only see this kind of stuff in movies or shows and stuff. So to actually see it happen, it's just kind of wow, it actually it does happen.
Our neighbourhood now is a place that you can count on your neighbours. You can feel that your children are happy and safe, whereas previous to the play sessions there was none of that here, not because anybody had done anything wrong, but simply because nobody had done anything. There was no one out here, and I think probably most households, everybody knew there was other children here, and when the kids said, oh, someone's out there, can I go and play, I'm pretty sure every household would probably say the same thing as us. No, we don't know them, whereas now, yeah, go for it. I can see the neighbours, I can, all good. So yes, it has very much changed.
Beforehand, I don't know, like I said, the neighbourhood I thought for children was not safe. Not just this neighbourhood, just in general. Being in a bigger area, not knowing people, but yeah, getting out and knowing your neighbours and who's around you, it makes a safer environment for your children to come out and play.
Yeah, 100%. Before it was just somewhere where you lived. Now I can pull out of the street and wave to my neighbours. We already have, my daughter wants to have a birthday party in the street.
They're united. There's friendships. It's a bond. It's connections. It's laughing and smiles, and so there is very much now a neighbourhood feeling.
Yeah, definitely. I feel much safer in my neighbourhood. I love the fact I can walk out my door and know my neighbours' names. I know their kids.
Yes, way more comfortable, yes.
I wouldn't say I didn't feel safe before, but I feel like 100% safe because, knowing all my neighbours as well, but knowing that I even know their kids as well, and that, I can just walk by and they will say hi to me. It just feels so friendly and feels so safe. So, how could I not feel comfortable?
All clocks winning.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, it has.
Yes, out of sight. And actually from them now being outside and so involved every afternoon, that's now then led us to enroll them into swimming lessons, into gymnastics. Had we have tried to do that before the play sessions had started, I think the answer would have been, no, I don't really want to do that. They were much more interested in their iPads and staying indoors. Whereas now, if the sun is up, the play sessions are on.
It's more active. It's better than them sitting inside sitting in front of the TV playing games or on the iPad. This one used to be on the iPad all the time. So like on Wednesdays, she'd wait to see even one person rock up, she'll go out straight away. So as long as there's one person, she'll go out. So they're a lot more active.
I didn't even know that Isla could ride a bike without training wheels until we went for a walk one day with friends around a lake, which was a couple of months after the play sessions had started, and she jumped on a bike with no training wheels, and I went, no, Isla, don't do that, and she just zoomed on past me and rode that bike with no training wheels, and that was because she was on this street with her friends riding a bike, and they've taught her how to ride without training wheels, and off she went.
Aria, she's physically active. Anyway, she's a footballer, and she works as well, but for her, it's just extra physical activity for her. She loves it, gets her brother involved as well. JJ's being prone to iPads, but for him outside, yeah, it's a lot more physical activity.
Oh, 100%, without any question at all. Not only my children, but all the kids in the street. They're out here until the sun goes down, and sometimes even after dark, they're still out here. In the freezing cold. I don't know how they stay out here so long. They're running up and down, they're doing laps, they're chasing each other, they're challenging each other, they're pushing each other. And now look at it, they've got friends at their disposal 24/7. My daughter plays, and my son plays until the sun goes down, and she comes inside and literally passes out. She's so exhausted from playing.
He has a lot more energy when he comes outside, and he looks forward to it. He knows, he gets ready without a hassle.
You got it.
You got it! You got it!
It'd be sad and boring. It would be. They really enjoy it.
My kids would be devastated.
I think they'd be really sad, very upset. I'm sure my kids would be asking me to have more babies to create more play friends.
Because it would break their hearts. They would be devastated that what they would be losing here. And so then obviously for me that would mean having to work through that with them, but also knowing Why can't we continue? What's wrong with what we're doing? There is nothing wrong with what we're doing. Probably a feeling of it's not fair. That's very unfair. You're taking away something from them that I can't provide for them from anywhere else. I wouldn't be able to go somewhere else and give them that.
Yeah, I think maybe my son's social skills might go backwards and some of his behaviours might regress. I don't know. It would be really, really, really sad.
Let's go!
Get involved, there's no harm in it. It's, benefits your kids a lot. So, and you'll end up enjoying, you'll end up meeting meeting a lot more people, getting to know your neighbours a bit more, and getting to know your street a bit more.
Don't let your fear as an adult of, I know we all have our little anxieties or our little, I don't know if I can do it. Push those aside and push through it for your kids, because I can assure you what you will receive in return is just incredible. Like, it is worth every nervous feeling that you have to then sit back and see your kids enjoying their friends and playing with their friends and hearing them, and just do it. Just do it. You won't regret it.
Do it. Definitely do it. Get involved. Your kids will love you for it.
You guys are phenomenal. Your passion for play is written all over you. I don't know, you guys have done phenomenal. You guys have been great. Keep doing it.
Keep on doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you for everything you have done, all of your hard work. It's changed the lives of adults, of children, of whole families, of a whole street. Good job. They now have memories that they can cherish for the rest of their lives, and that wouldn't have been possible to create those if it wasn't for you guys. So we're very grateful. Very grateful.